Okay, I'm a little anxious because I'm about to go head out and see Wolverine and Deadpool in 3D. Super excited, but just sitting around is not working. I can't seem to find anything entertaining enough to keep me distracted until I leave, which is soon. So I got to hit the ground running here. Okay. At the very least, this is not particularly on the typical YouTube streets. This is on the grander scope, per se. Mr. Beast is, I think, the largest, most successful YouTuber to date with 300. What's up, ladies of iTalk? Good to see you. And of course, shout out. Feel free to drop your link. Hey, I just gave you a shout out in my last video. Sean, missing person, hashtag find Jamie Valdez. Okay? That is an ongoing case. It's been so for, well, I don't know, 6 years now. So anyway, I'm always gonna do shout outs. I love my peoples here. I've been doing a little homework. Mr. Beast, first off, there is the whole best friend thing. That's the biggest thing. I think, why not start with some visuals before I get into what I'm reading? Or better yet, maybe the opposite. Let me share the screen, get to this, and then it's time to hit the movies. Oh, and the chat might be entertaining tonight. Maybe. Who knows? All right. So, Mr. Beast is hit with. All right, this is specifically about the accusations towards Mr. Beast now. It's not just about his friend, the best friend, Ava or Lava or something that was. I don't know. I don't know the science of this because I don't know how much science is actually involved. But Mr. Beast's best friend, childhood best friend, who he had to disavow entirely and fire. Although Ava said that they had quit, that was a lie. Lies upon lies. Was found to be grooming kids using the clout that people involved with these channels and what do you call these icons? So there's a lot of ways that you can manipulate, younger people or people in general when you have that going for you. So Mr. Beast has been hit with accusations of racism, sexually inappropriate remarks after old videos resurfaced on social media. One of which I'll go as far as to say, I don't think that specific one is a gotcha on Mr. Beast. The other people, or Leon Lush, who was there. That's a YouTuber who's gone his separate ways. He's doing okay for himself, but the best friend was there, and he's the one that brought up the weirdo question that bad Barbie lady, Cash Me Outside girl, was 14 at the time, and he brings up a disgusting, deplorable question. In one of the videos, which ex-users allege were recorded in 2017, YouTube star, real name Jimmy Donaldson, responds to fan comments that appear to be about selling black people. Okay. The this is all they're also going through an emergency Discord scrub. People, I don't know why people got mad at me when I said I just don't want to have anything to do with Discord. A lot of creepy nonsense happens in there, and I just don't want to be a part of it. People got mad at me. It's just never understood that. All right. The others includes an excerpt from his appearances on the Raunchy Hot Wet Soup podcast, during which he seemingly asks the show's host if they would bang Bad Bobby. Okay, all right. The rapper was 14 years old. Moving on. Okay, so some of the allegations, real quick, something that's actually tied to Mr. Beast. We know the old best friend, which this is that person who is a woman or trying to be a woman. I don't know if they've gone through the snip or not. They're saying that all his lotteries, or a lot of his lotteries, have been set up, that he had his employees in the mix unbeknownst to everybody, and he was making them the winners. And I've seen evidence where the first person to actually lose one of these games that he made, which was like running in a line, he was the first one that was disqualified. And Mr. Beast and all his, and look, nothing is concrete. As far as I know, Mr. Beast is a fantastic individual. He's done amazing things for humanity, for people. He's given homes to the homeless. He's not only done it nationally but internationally. So, the jury is still out. It's supposed to be as eager as we are to take down Titans. But with that being said, there are some things, and now I'll play an image. Respect to Mr. Oompa Loompa, or I should say Oompaville. I love watching his content. Here's a quick take from him about some of the allegations.
There's a lot of fighting, and people are making it this big NDA thing. It's like a cabal, the Mr. Beast cabal, and it's a conspiracy. But it seems fairly cut and dry. Ava's a bad person and is a sexual degenerate and released some of that energy on children when they absolutely should not have done that. That is not good. Ava should not have done that. Nate also claims that Lava and himself did work that went unpaid, which is pretty cool.
Not only did we do a lot of unpaid work for him that he promised he would pay us for, he would.
When this person started working, quote unquote, working for Mr. Beast, they were apparently still a child. And he is, people have been kind of scrutinizing him because they think he was groomed and is just unaware of the grooming.
But also frequently bring up sexual topics that was definitely not appropriate to bring up around 15, 16-year-olds, especially with him being like, I don't know, 20, 21 years old.
Nate also claims that there were repeated sexual topics brought up around 15, 16-year-olds, and also claims once again that Ava had sent him /hentai.
He would even go as far as linking these.
He would actually put links. He would, Ava or whatever, would make sure that YouTube knew to advertise his content, material, and links to children. You check off that child-friendly box every time. So, unbeknownst to YouTube, or, whoever's sleeping at the wheel, not only could you look into the guy's room and see he's got inappropriate posters hung up, basically, he would make it very public that there's an artist he really enjoys who draws anybody, as realistic as possible, naked, no matter their age, upon request. And somehow Ava, whatever their real name is, was so open about this, like giving shout outs and dropping links. So I don't know how it really took as long as it did to get to a downfall here.
Several different corn and videos throughout the time of me talking with him.
And had an NSFW bot in their Discord server with all these children, which is mind-boggling. Degenerate alert.
Not only that, but he had an NSFW bot in his Discord server before he made it public. So when it was just a private server, his little circle of minors. And he would use this NSFW bot to spam different corn images, alongside all.
Dude has a thing for vegetables. Okay, yeah, vegetables. That's okay. It's healthy. No. I get it.
These 15-year-olds.
Nate also claims that before the Discord server was open to their YouTube community, he was tasked with scrubbing the server of N-words that had been sent by Ava and all the other stuff that would look bad, which is, also great. That's just another tarot card of evil that we get. Ava's in the seventh circle of hell.
This server later went public and became his official Discord server, but before it did, he had me and Lava spend multiple days scrubbing this Discord server clean of all of the N-words he had sent in it, as well as his friends, as well as deleting the NSFW channels and making sure no one could see that he was spamming corn to minors.
Nate also does provide some proof and images that Ava and him had known each other for a while, but he doesn't really provide much else to verify the claims that he's making. But at this point, it doesn't really matter, in all honesty.
And there's, apparently a huge leak of Discord documentation, 5,000 pages worth, even though the perpetrators have done everything possible to start the scrubbing. So there's a lot deleted. But come on, man. The Wayback Machine exists. The internet, for better or worse, like it or not, is forever. As much as people may hate that.
It's pretty clear that this person is a sexual degenerate shouldn't be around children and needs to get some serious help. We already showed Lava's response to Nate because Nate kind of called out Lava, and Lava's like, he confirms that he knows Nate, and Nate was in fact involved in the degenerate YouTube server Discord thing between Ava and all these people, but he was removed because Mr. Beast witch hunt began.
Now, I don't want to just, watch the entire video. Here is one of the 2017 clip. If you haven't heard it, the appropriate stuff is bleeped out. But you tell me, what do you think of Mr. Beast's induction or inclusion in this conversation? Do you find anything that he says to be inappropriate? Because the heat is really on his friend Ava. I wish I knew the real name. What's the dude's name? It's not Ava. I just don't know his best friend's name.
Again, the first clip to surface, or I guess resurface, was a clip from a podcast called Hot Wet Soup. The podcast is hosted by 3 YouTubers, Bionic Pig, Leon Lush, and Elvis the Alien. They covered YouTube topics, and they regularly hosted popular content creators, one of those being Mr. Beast. It's also very old. I mean, it's from a while ago. In a very old clip, the topic that was being discussed was Bad Baby, who had been blowing up at the time because she was on Dr. Phil's TV show, and she said, "Catch me outside. How about that?"
Catch me outside. How about that?
Unfunny, edgy joke. And I don't think that I would have said it in this year, to be honest, but this year was known for some really fucked up stuff. And think what you will. To me, that seems like a very edgy joke and is in no way similar to what Ava Chris Tyson has done. And obviously to get clips and farm interaction, Soup, the podcast is hosted by Funny and Jimmy.
We're going to play the
Here,
clip, but maybe
to be honest, but
maybe not, for good reason. I am kind of searching, by the way, because there's something I want to show the evidence of Mr. Beast rigging the lottery stuff for his own friends and employees. That I want to show. Hold on real quick, though.
that clip
Look at the names in it. Black Lolly Trump. What the F, man?
surfacing of Mr. Beast doing those weird live streams where he would count and do shit for a really long time. And this was back when he was known as Mr. Beast 6000. And in one of the clips, Mr. Beast makes numerous horrible, poor jokes talking about selling or buying slaves and talking about or joking about the N-word and openly saying the F slur. These streams all from 2016 to 2017, edgy humor as Leon Luck.
Okay, so fast forwarding from the edgy humor, show me the meat and potatoes here. Because as much as we love the Titans to fall, need more than guilty by association or via proxy here. Let's see the rigging here, because that's big money and write-offs.
It's a car, and it just happened to be your friend.
That's the one. That's the one. Hold on. Here's the buddy. Looking for familiar footage. So, and the skinny person we're watching is ex-employee who's rattling the cages. He's telling all.
Where are we right now? We're in
The guy that won the car, by the way, who nobody knew at the time, he already owns a freaking mansion because he works for Mr. Beast, but he was passed as just a stranger amongst the group. Is there anything authentic left in this world?
place that we drove to a few minutes ago. Mac,
This fellow alleges that Mr. Beast isn't as charitable as he appears because he is giving all these prizes from videos to an employee who is already well off from working at his company, which, I guess so.
Juxtaposition, man. The dude has built homes in Africa for people that didn't have any homes. All right, just adding that. That doesn't erase bad. Just adding that, though.
Wait, he's about to be the first one out? That's unlike him.
Even though you got out first, I still have a prize for you. Just wait here.
Oh, first person out gets a car, and it just happened to be your friend Mac.
Furthermore, there is some verification to the claims because we have testimony from other people like Rosanna Pansino saying that there's rigged shit or fake shit. Why should it matter, though, right? It's an
Why do they give these names like we should know them, or I'm just not as invested? Makes sense. Okay, dumb question.
entertainment. It's like entertainment. Well, why it matters is because the man who made this video claims that Mr. Beast is running illegal lotteries, faking giveaways, and promoting unhealthy eating habits with his Beast Burgers and Feastables. And
Okay, well, we know it's got to get worse from there. With time, all things seem to get worse when it comes to the interwebs. Oh, yeah, my time is coming. Just want to do a little tete-on-tete. What's up, BSR, man? I hope you're still here. If you're not, if you happen to visit again, I love that you kind of on the deal. I don't know. You said you might be willing to do a little panel. I'd love to have you up on panel, man. Truly. There's so much to discuss. Crystal, big shout out to Crystal Rising Phoenix, author, genius, just a good soul. Patty, one of my people from forever ago. I adore you, and thank you, Crystal. Love you back. Thank you, thank you. And let me see here. I always pay attention when Sean speaks. I haven't even heard of Mr. You haven't heard of Mr. Beast? That's crazy, but it's kind of refreshing. Until about 2 weeks ago, and it was about the mark of okay, yeah, okay, and how people just love him so much like they would the Antichrist. That's deep stuff. What's up, Alejandro? That's deep stuff. See, that's where a skeptic like me, I feel like the things that I really feel, the things that I would say, just would mesh well with the, your perhaps, how shall I put this delicately, typical Bible thumper or the evangelical base that really want to preach, the end is nigh and they see the signs everywhere. That has truly never really been my thing. I will not deny that. I do believe that there is a portion of the mainstream media that messes around, and does play with people like that, especially that believe that. But also I just, from my worldview, I may not see the same things. But I don't know. Mr. Beast has done a lot of good. We know, though, I mean, your circle of friends is supposed to say a lot, but this day and age, you cannot be just condemning one person over those around you, unless there's 3 million fighting your battles and harassing people. Then you can say something. But we need to let some time pass before we begin real condemnation. How much was rigged? How much of a write-off is he getting? And was he involved in any of the grooming crap? That's the biggest one. And I hope that friend gets more than a public Twitter shellacking. They better go to prison. I don't care that Jimmy's name is Ava now, or whatever the hell. Ava needs to go to man prison and just stay there for quite some time for grooming kids. What is going on this year, man? P. Diddy, Drake, and Mr. Beast's homie, and hopefully not Mr. Beast himself. Things are not looking good, but let's see where the evidence goes. All right, still an act in progress. Like, we're still getting a lot of info. With that, I'm gonna go ahead. I purchased a ticket for Deadpool and Wolverine. Sean, by the way, I'd love to catch up sometime. I'm off today. Today's my father's birthday. He is a superhero to me. He has saved my lives. My lives. He has saved my life countless times, and I owe him everything. I love you, Dad. And I want to take care of my mother, obviously, with the time I have. But there's going to be a Back to Business live coming tomorrow or Wednesday, where we're going to have a panel. But I'm kind of put betwixt. I'm relying on any feedback, commentary that I can get. So please feel free to respond. I want a panel, of course, with the Stuck in the Middle boys, Josh, Adam, and Joe. I also want a panel separate of that. Maybe even perhaps one that is about some of the I don't know, about some of the Upchurch Crack Squad stuff. This channel is not going to turn into a just that channel, but it's something I lived through for 2 years, and it's part of my story. So, and I've been sitting on quote unquote receipts that just there's no reason to hold back. I'm going to live my truth. I'm going to live it loudly without fear. I will never live in fear again. And that's it. That's that. And that's a wrap. I'm going to go enjoy a 3D movie. Y'all take care. Y'all are beautiful. That's it for now. That's the sound of my phone saying, "Get the hell off there."